Hello, everyone. This is Kendra Watkins with another installment of the A-Sun Lunchbox. And this is a special edition because we're quarantined. I'm here at the house. And joined with me, I have Stetson University guard Rob Perry on the other end of the line for me. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm not coughing. Everything's going well. Got all my groceries stocked up. So it's a beautiful day, man. I can't complain. All right. But the first question I wanted to ask you, because you guys had a very impressive year at Stetson. And you yourself, you were voted to the NABC All District team. You also were voted to the Kyle Macy All Freshman team. Just tell me, what has this season been like for you?
Oh man, definitely been a great challenging season. Coming in as a freshman, not knowing many things about college basketball, but just coming in, just getting confidence from your first year coach, from all the first year coaches at that, and then just trying to turn things around from the past season they've been having. So it's definitely been a challenge, but life's all about adjustments. So me adjusting to that was definitely great. And I felt like it was very impressive for not only us, but for people around us.
Okay. And again, just coming in your freshman year, I know last year you won a state championship down in Oak Ridge in Orlando. So that's minutes away from Stetson, man. How did that help you just with your transition into college?
Um, it definitely helped me a lot. It gave me confidence going into college. So leading that game with 32 points from the teammates and my coaches, like it just gives me a lot of confidence and like a lot of freedom, like to just go out there and play, like regardless of the situation or what it is. Like it just gave me that mindset, that mentality, like just go kill, like regardless of what's going on or who's around. Like it just gave me that mindset and knowing that I'm close to home, like it's just an even better mindset knowing like I'm right here where I'm from, my roots, what I'm used to. So like just go like kill or like just go do what you're supposed to do.
Okay. And speaking of that game, because I know it was against Western Illinois, it was the first road game of the season. So you actually went off on the road. And it was, again, the second game of the season. Just tell me, what was that game like? And just tell me, because you had to have been hot. Did you know you were getting hot? And just tell me, what was your mind state just going into that game? And what was Coach Jones telling you?
From the jump, Coach Jones was just telling us like we haven't won a road game in 2 years. So my mindset was to just go in there, do what I gotta do so we can win, like because I wanted to make history regardless of what it was. So as he was just approaching the game, like it was my first road game and I didn't know how to feel. So I just came there with that mindset, just go kill. And when I got hot first half, I just realized like my teammates just telling me keep going, keep going. And we went down the stretch, I just kept going and I looked up and they were telling me you had 34 points and I didn't realize it. And at the end of the game, it was just all excitement and joy from the teammates, the coaching staff, and everybody. Like it's like proud of me, like saying like we did it, like we won our road game, but we still have more work to be done there.
All right, and speaking of more work, because later in the year, the last game of the year again against South Carolina, you guys upset South Carolina, a Power Five conference or a Power Five school. Just tell me what was the game plan going into that game, and how you guys were able to execute and pull that out.
The game plan was definitely from Coach Jones, man, and how the staff drew it up. The game plan was we're gonna play our strengths. We played, which was zone, knowing they weren't good shooters, but we just played our strength. And Coach Jones just kept beating it into our minds that we belong, we're meant to be here. How we approach the game, and just telling us like we can win. Like they're just like us. Like they're another team, and we can win. And all our guys brought in came together as one, and that's what we did. Like we fought to the end, and we didn't care. Like it was a great atmosphere. I mean, like it was crazy, man. And as us coming into one, especially me not being there before, not being in the atmosphere like that, it's just mind blowing. And knowing that we did something special was very like good towards our organization.
Okay. And going into conference play, what was the feeling just going into conference play when the game started to, when you guys started to count down to the conference champion or the championship? Just let me know what was the mindset during the season. And you guys were, again, um, last year, you guys missed the championship, so you guys finished ninth. You guys were picked to finish ninth this year, and you actually came in finished third. So just tell me, what was it like gaining confidence throughout the season?
Oh man, definitely it was a lot. from the big up for the big road games, from the upsets, from the game we know where we should have won. Like just giving us confidence, like knowing that we belong in any game that we played in, like knowing like if we didn't lose, we beat ourselves. So just each game led up to just giving us a chip on our shoulder each game, like knowing like, hey, we can do this, we can do that. And then knowing we were picked ninth, it just gave us even more confidence through the roof because we knew we can beat those guys or any team from just where we came from a standpoint as a team. And that just gave us a chip on our shoulder and led us like each game, like we know we belong and we know we can beat these teams.
Okay. And again, just one thing I wanted to ask was because I was looking at some of your numbers coming in from high school going into your first year of college, and you just been 15-5 all across the board, and you led the conference in 3-point shooting or 3-point shooting percentage. So just tell me, who do you model your game after, just coming up and growing up, and what do you want to instill in your game coming in?
Um, I wouldn't know who I model my game after, but my coach says he sends me a lot of people like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Devin Booker, guys like perimeter scorers like that who can definitely like score the ball and do other things. But I wouldn't know who I model my game after. But definitely I'll say just coming in, I'm trying to get better, work on everything, so I can have an all around game. I'm not saying I don't, but you can always get better at everything. So definitely being able to come in, work on my game in the off season, adjusting to new things, new systems, new plays, like new reads. So definitely coming in, like working in on everything, the key in, so I can be better all around.
All right, and during the quarantine, just let me know, how have you been helping your game grow during the quarantine? Because it's been pretty much a dead time. What, you've been sneaking off to the gym? You've been what have you been doing at the house?
Definitely been sneaking off to the gym. I know a gym, but it's not many people who can get in. So definitely been sneaking off to the gym. I've been working on like a lot of little things, like working on a lot of yoga, a lot of stretching, a lot of mobility work. So coaching staff and the training staff definitely been putting me in positions to work on things like that. Just little stuff like that, the extra stretching. I actually grow actually from the little stretching, from the little kinks and stuff like that. Like just working on little things to help your body keep growing as you're willing to keep playing if you want to keep playing. So definitely stuff like that during the quarantine.
Okay, and man, you've been sneaking off to the barbershop too. I can see that because I'm like, man, I've been wanting a haircut so bad, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'm so scared. But now you lined up and everything, so yeah, you've been sneaking out the house. I see it. Stay safe, man. But yeah, another question I wanted to ask, or another follow-up question, is because this is called the ASUN Lunchbox, and generally we do these during lunchtime, so we're always putting in work. I wanted to ask you, because I've been at the house. We've been barbecuing everything I possibly can. What are some things? What is your go-to meal? Like, what do you want to eat when it's lunchtime?
When it's lunchtime, I definitely want to eat some pasta, man. Regardless, it's chicken or shrimp, or sometimes I even try to add sausage in there. Pasta's always my go-to. Even on the road games, coach is always like, "Rob wants pasta," or "But where's the pasta?" Like if anything on the menu, I'm trying to get some pasta.
Okay. And what's the go-to spot in Orlando?
Uh, I probably have to say my mom's pasta is the go-to in
Okay.
Atlanta for me.
Okay. So when we go to the crib, we eating at mom's. Okay. Pasta. There we go. There we go. All right. Well, lastly, I wanted to ask you, just going into next season, what are some things that you want to work on, or what is the biggest thing at Stetson University to grow the program and grow your game individually?
I'll start off with the program, like definitely up and rising program. So now we're gonna have more spotlight, more teams wanting to play us, more tournaments probably wanting us to come. Definitely trying to grow as a team, grow our minds, grow our togetherness, grow our credibility, grow our sources, and just grow as a team, like bonding together. I want something like that to get better. I'll definitely want I'm sorry, I lost you there. Oh, I definitely want me as a player. I want to get better at every aspect of my game. So when it's time for me to leave to go to the next level or declare for the draft, like I don't want like no signs of weaknesses or anything, or just anything for my stock or just me as a player to be bad. And lastly, I would want for looking for the next season is definitely looking forward to bigger, better things. Um, I like to speak things to existence. So this year we were short, but next year we're looking forward to not being short, and looking forward to definitely going to the NCAA tournament.